Happy Friday morning to you. What up, fellas? That's right. Friday episode here on Winning Bets. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me and kicking off the weekend with me here in style. It's Friday's show, so you know we've got a lot to cover. We, of course, got to roll out the weekend slate of Premier League bets this weekend. We've also got Payoff pitch live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, where you can get a full preview of today's MLB slate. Let's, of course, make sure we recap yesterday, see how the day unfolded, see if we get to ring the cash register. And then we'll, of course, dive into all that action as previously mentioned. Throwing up that recap from yesterday, we get to ring the cash register. Only found one bet on yesterday's slate, but went ahead and got a good cash. Raised team total over 4.5 runs. I think you guys will appreciate this story. We all, watch and track these bets. This is how I was tracking the bet yesterday. Sitting right here in this same chair, got the tablet next to me. I'm streaming the game and watching it. They're, chipping away at Lambert, getting traffic on the bases, but maybe not getting a lot of runs. And as the innings just kept unfolding, I said, all right, well, after the seventh inning, I'll just go ahead and jump in the shower. And if they haven't cashed by then, maybe, getting up out of the seat, doing something different will obviously help our causes out. So seventh inning comes and goes. They're unable to get a score. So now it's 3-3 as we go in the eighth inning. Rockies don't do shit in the top of the eighth inning. Now you get the Rays up to bat. I'm now in the shower and, cleaning the glass, every time and looking at the box score. And then when the pitch happens, okay, you see the outcome of the pitch. And then you go back to, of course, washing yourself up. And then, next pitch, so you got to clean the glass. Of course, you see 2 outs go by and, God damn it, sitting in the shower, getting a little irritated. And then catch something out of the corner of my ear. You can hear like a light applause. So you don't know if it's a walk or a base hit, but it sounds like something good obviously happened. And sure enough, my man gets a single, so he's on first base. And you start thinking, it's natural, right? Just need to hit a 2-run home run. That's all we need is a 2-run home run. We can go ahead and get ourselves a great cash. So you're cleaning the glass. You're watching every pitch. You're going back in. You're, of course, cleaning yourself up, getting all clean. Clean it. And on the pitch, that's a home run. You're sitting there watching it. Soon as he hits it, I said, that's a fucking cash. That's a fucking cash. Those are the words that came out of my mouth. And then, of course, then it finally cuts to the camera where you're somewhere behind home plate and you're watching the ball fly through the outfield. And once they cut to that camera, said it again. That's a fucking cash. My man, crushed that ball in the outfield. Good 2-run home run, getting the cash in the bottom of the eighth inning. That's now the 3rd straight game that Rockies bullpen wet the bed. And they wet the bed all 3 nights in the eighth inning. So tonight, Orioles, throw all your cash on the eighth inning if they're going to get a run tonight. So, I love to see that right there. Sometimes you don't want to take an F5 team total. When the bullpen is dog shit, get the full game team total and reward yourself by putting in the work for all 9 innings. Love to see that right there, boys. So yesterday's only play was the cash, over 4.5 runs for the Rays, plus 0.8 units. Now on the week, 9-2 on the week, and plus 5.89 units. Absolutely love to see that. Hit that like button if you were part of yesterday's cash. Hit that like button if you were part of yesterday's cash. 9-2 on the week. We're also 9-2 on this Premier League season, and we're, of course, going to go ahead and bet the Premier League. I'll go ahead and throw the bets up, but, of course, if you want a justification, Matt and I did yesterday's episode of Between the Posts. Yesterday's episode of Between the Posts is live on this channel. If you want an analysis on these 10 Premier League games this weekend and you want justification on these bets, go right ahead and watch it. Or if you just want to sit back and blindly tail this shit, because we're 9-2 on the Premier League season, just sit back and blindly tail this shit right to the cash register, because that's where the ending place is. Go ahead and throw those bets up. We're going to go ahead and do Brighton team total over 1.5. I bet Brighton every single week of this Premier League. Of course, we did. They're over 1.5 team total in the Between the Post parlay on match week number 1. Check. We, of course, basically did it last week. We were on over 2.5 goals in Wolves. Check. Keep backing Brighton, and definitely backing Brighton earlier on in this campaign before Champions League starts. And we'll go ahead and tack on Arsenal team total over 1.5. You can get that bet at minus 111. Manchester City team total over 2.5 plus money. Love this spot for Manchester City. Look, they got Sunday, Monday off after a dramatic win against Newcastle 1-0. They got 2 days off. Guardiola said they were going to work on their own tactics, on their own philosophies, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then they were going to transition to focusing on Sheffield Friday, Saturday. They are going to punish The newbies in the Premier League look for Holland to get himself a first half brace as they hit the team total at plus money. Bournemouth, Tottenham, that's your easy over 2.5 of the week. And go ahead and throw on both teams to score because 3 of the last 4 head-to-heads have cashed over 2.5 and both teams to score. There's been 3-2 games. That's a total of 5 goals. Bournemouth at home is going to be really great this campaign. Look, their XG in both games has been over 1.5. Looks good against Liverpool. Got a goal against West Ham. They're going to get a goal against Tottenham here at home and look for Spurs to probably get the win. If I had to take a guess, probably another 3-2 affair, 3-1, somewhere around there. Give me both teams to score in over 2.5. And then our parlay of the week after going 2-0, we look to go to 3-0. I'm going to go ahead and bring Man City clean sheet. That's my leg. Man City clean sheet. Yeah, I don't think Sheffield's going to get a goal. And Matt's going to go ahead and bring Arsenal -1. This is a good spot for Arsenal. I think they win the game 3-0, 4-0. I think they win 2-0. Arsenal -1 is going to go ahead and be Matt's leg. All right, that's all we're going to do this week in the Premier League. Lock in on these bets, boys. Lock in on these bets. Let's go ahead and hop on into the comment section. We'll see what you guys are up to. What's up, DeGent? I got some winners on today's card. Have already tweeted them on Twitter. Tweeted them on X. Or what do? Do you X on X? You used to tweet on Twitter. Are you X on X? What are we doing over here? But they're already on there. Leipzig and Chelsea money line. Leipzig has won 8 of the last games. Yeah, I think a better parlay is this. This is what I think is a better parlay. I'm going to put this in the comment section and put this up on the screen. I am actually very, very seriously considering adding this to the card. I'm considering adding that to the card. Leipzig team total over 1.5. Real Madrid team total over 1.5 plus 157 over on DraftKings. It's about this close to getting added to the card. Chelsea should win to answer your question, Adrian, and Leipzig should win at home against Stuttgart. So, but I like that play a lot better. Appreciate the nice comment. It's been nice. Appreciate the nice comment, Nebraska. It's been good. Holland is cooking first hat trick of the season. Yeah, he feasts on smaller clubs. The big clubs have figured out how to shut him down. They put both center backs on them. They play him extremely physical, and he does not like that. He has struggled against big clubs. Against the Minnows, you saw him get a first half brace against Burnley in the season opener. He generally punishes small clubs. Yeah, if he gets a half trick, that won't surprise me. I like it. I think he's going to get a brace for sure, and you can get that at plus 180 on various sports books. I think he's going to bag himself a couple goals. I really like this bet, and I gotta decide if I'm going to add it to the card. I don't see why at this moment I can't see why I love this bet. Leipzig team total over 1.5, Real Madrid team total over 1.5. I will tell you right now, I've personally bet it. I've bet it. I put a unit on it. It's whether or not I put it on the card. But there's a unit on that play. I should add it to the card. Leipzig at home against Stuttgart. Real Madrid on the road against Vigo. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, maybe we don't add it. Maybe we just stay hot. We got 3 bets on today's card. We've been whipping ass. Maybe we'll just stay with the 3 we got. We got some soccer. We got a soccer play. It's not like we don't have any afternoon action. Oh, we'll see. All right, boys, what else you got? I think it's a great little MLB slate, and I'm really looking forward to getting on the payoff pitch here at the top of the hour and talking these 15 baseball games. There's great spots. Great spots. Let me pull my notes up. Oh, yeah. Love the spot today, fellas. Love it. We've got some bangers. I'm going to toss up the baseball bets. Might as well. Here's the baseball bets I'm rolling with today. There you go, fellas. Those are the bets for today. We got Padres, Brewers, Nerf of the day. How about the Nerf of the day? Made the card. It is really good. Love these stats from a pitching perspective. Love how both of these teams are struggling right now versus right-handers. Nerf of the day, Padres, Brewers does make the card at minus 115. Orioles team total, that's the best bet today. 2 cashes this week with the Rays going up against the Rockies, and now you get an equally not as good of an offense. Obviously, we talked about the Rays offense being number 1, so not as good as an offense as the Rays, but they're also top 5. Baltimore Orioles are top 5, and just like the Rays, we'll say it on the payoff pitch, so sorry if this is going to be redundant, but just like the Rays, what did the Rays do? They hit lefties and righties. Orioles hit lefties and righties, both of them with a top 5 clip. Best bet today is Royals team total over 4.5. I was a little uncomfortable with the minus 140 juice. I think there's going to be 2 goals being scored in Chelsea-Luton Town. Add that piece onto that leg, and now you get a plus 105 parlay. And then Royals-Mariners, I gave it out yesterday afternoon. We talked about it yesterday afternoon on the payoff pitch. Told you that bet was most likely coming. It's now at over 8, so on the right side of it. And there's a juice to the over that makes you suggest that line is going to go to 8.5, which it is 8.5 on some sports books. Get on Royals Mariners over 7.5. Those are the 3 bets today. Stay hot, boys. Stay hot. Look to move to 12-2, 9-2 right now. I think that's a 3-0 sweep right there. Moving to 12-2. Hit that like button for each one of those you're going to tail. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at yesterday's video. We got 13 likes, and yet we're doing nothing but cranking out winners. Come on, boys. Help me out. Help me out on the YouTube algorithm, boys. Help me out. Help me out. Let's go. All right, boys. Anything else? Those are the Premier League bets. Those are the 3 official bets we're going to roll with today. What do we got, boys? Anything? What up? What's up, fellas? Friday, baby. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. It's Friday. Friday, end of a week. What are you guys doing this weekend? It feels like the end of summer. Obviously, Labor Day is next weekend. That is the end of summer. Kids are all back in school. Guys got any big plans? Rest couple weeks here of summer? Nothing big for our family. Just be hanging around. We're going to a block party on Saturday, though. My friends, they live in kind of basically call it Lincoln Park. Their community, their little neighborhood is throwing a block party. God, I love these. I go to this all summer long. There's been nothing but block parties. I love these when the neighborhoods block off so many blocks, and then they have the big bouncy houses for the kids, food and drinks galore, live music. Love a block party. Love it. Never really heard of a block party before I moved to a city. I lived in suburbs my whole life, and I guess they don't do them out in suburbs, but here in the city, shit, there's one every weekend on some random neighborhood in Chicago. Love it. Going to a block party. Let's go, boys. What did you say that was? Something capper. Most underrated capper. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know, man. I appreciate the guys that are hanging, and you guys make it easy to get here every morning. Catching another live. What up, David? What up, David? What up, man? What you up to? You just settling in? You getting a little bit of work? Are we getting a little bit of a break from work? Thank you for coming to fire up the stream, man. Hell yeah, David. Bringing your energy. Bringing the vibes. Love to see it. Caught the last few minutes of your TikTok live, too. Love to see that, David. Let's go. Do you go live there on every day, too? I wouldn't say live every day on TikTok. Never on the weekend. Maybe 4 out of 5 during the week. Maybe call it 4 out of 5. Streaking $85,000, fellas. You guys know about that over on TikTok. On pick number 7 on streaking $85,000. When I lay my head down tonight, I could be halfway to taking a $10 bill and turning it into $85,000. This will be our second time. First time we took a $10 bill and turned it into $26,000. Sportsbooks then limited us, unfortunately, so we had to pull the plug on the challenge. But I've got a video on this channel that showed me hitting $26,000 withdrawal from FanDuel. After tonight, I'll be halfway to doing that to $85,000. Coming for it. Staying hot, fellas. Hot for the last 3.5 weeks. Hot on TikTok, giving out 1 pick a day over there. Let's get it, boys. David, hope you have a nice weekend, man. Hopefully we can help you make some money this weekend. 2 weddings coming up. Oh, good. Ending the summer with 2 weddings. God damn, those are always fun. Love a good wedding. Love a good wedding. Love it. Have yourself a time, DeGent. Have yourself a time. All right, boys. We got 3 minutes of the payoff pitch. Anything else? Anything else, boys? When's the last wedding I've been to? Wow, I haven't been to a wedding in ages. I mean, I'm 40. Yeah, all my friends are married, and the ones that aren't married, Clearly at this point have no aspirations of getting married. I haven't been to a wedding in a long time. Long time since I've been to a wedding. 40 years old, those things don't happen that often anymore. College football. I need some winners, fellas. Give me some college football, please. Give me some winners. Looking at the odds here on these games. Oh, they finally got the Angels-Mets game up. That's new. That over in Dodgers-Red Sox, talked about it on TikTok Live where David just caught the end of it, and I said take over 10, just like that. Since we've been hanging out on TikTok, it's now showing an over-under of 10.5, so that line is moving up. It's not on my card, but it's a lean, obviously, on rapid fire. I like the over in Dodgers-Red Sox. That line is moving in accordance. That juice is heavy on Royals-Mariners. That will be 8.5 everywhere. That will be 8.5 everywhere. You're welcome, and I hope you have a good weekend. We'll look to see you back here Monday. We can talk about it. Let me know what you did. You pulled $20,000 out of DraftKings and got limited to under $20 a bet. Man, I didn't get limited on DraftKings. I got limited on FanDuel, where again, that's where I made the $26,000 withdrawal. DraftKings, it's not even fun how much I'm limited. Like they literally zap the fun. I mean, pitching props, I can get down $11.98. Can't do three-legged parlays of more than plus 150 because I can only get down $1.91. It's not fun being limited on DraftKings. They really zap the fun. We're taking the Trojans, or you mean the Gamecocks? I only say that because I'm a Gamecock alum. I'm sure you're talking about the Trojans. All right, fellas, let's get ready. James coming in here with one. New Mexico -7. Sign me up. I'll tail both of those. I'll take a USC team total, and I'll parlay that with New Mexico -7. Appreciate the plays, fellas. Let's go. Let's go, James. Let's go, Nebraska. Let's get it. Let's get Payoff pitch live at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hey, baseball fans, what's going on? Welcome on to today's episode here of the Payoff Pitch, live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Love you guys kicking off the weekend here where we get to preview today's MLB slate. Well, of course, going to let you know what's my best bet today, what my best underdog is today. I've got a two-team money parlay. You can find out what that is in double play. That's where I'll give you that. What about pitching and hitting props? It all comes up here, of course, on the Payoff Pitch. I'm going to go ahead and open up the comment section because I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what some of your best bets are today in baseball. So let me know in the comment section. Coming off yesterday's 1-0 day, we only put in that bet on the Rays team total. And how dramatic was that, getting a 2-run home run there in the bottom of the 8th inning? We stay hot here over the course of the last 3.5, 4 weeks. Look to keep it going today. A nice MLB slate to go ahead and preview with you guys. And with that being said, we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. We'll kick it off with around the bases. I like to take a couple games and break it down and certainly give you guys a bet along the way. I'm going to go right to and lead the show off with the absolute just kind of no-brainer of the day. We talked about it yesterday, teased it, even tweeted the line out yesterday. It's Royals-Mariners over 7.5. Royals-Mariners over 7.5. This series just played out 2 weeks ago. We sat here and we said over. Over hitting all 4 games. I think you're going to see that play out again today between the Mariners and Royals. You get this Mariners offense that is sizzling. You win 8 of 9, and yeah, you're going to come into the game with the hot offense. And yeah, they certainly are that top 5, top 3 in some categories, hitting 307. Slugging .532 with a weighted runs created of 159. Royals offense has cooled off a little bit, but they're still very, very respectable numbers. Still the top 10 offense versus right-handers, hitting .274 with an OPS of 716 and slugging .419. So tailed off. You're going to tail off. I remember the Orioles were one of the hotter teams there for the better part of 2-3 weeks, but still respectable numbers where we like it. And we know from a bullpen, both bullpens are sitting below league average right now, and we know we get a lot of hitter familiarity with these teams just facing off 2 weeks ago. From a starting pitching standpoint, you get Brady Singer going up against Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller did not feature in that series, so that's enough right there to tip me over to really liking the Mariners from certainly a money line perspective, but even a run line perspective. Royals will get some runs. It's too good of an offense right now versus right-handers to, think that they can't score 3 or so runs. But then you look at Brady Singer. He just went up against this Mariners team, and I even like that he was successful against this Mariners team. He's going to have a hard time reproducing, going 7 innings and only allowing 2 runs. This Mariners offense is better in this time right now, winners of 8 of the last 9. They're going to crush Brady Singer. I like the Mariners team total. I like Mariners run line. We're, of course, already locked in, though, on over 7.5 runs. It was an over series a couple weeks ago, and I expect us to be on the over multiple times in this series again, especially when you go ahead and look tomorrow where you got Jordan Lyles taking on Logan Gilbert. Both of those pitchers featured in that series 2 weeks ago. This is going to be an over series again. I look forward to starting off those series with a cash. Over 7.5 runs, minus 110 will be the first play today. Let's talk about another series that's also a repeat series and one that we got a cash in on this same pitching matchup 5-ish or so days ago. Remember, it was Spencer Strider taking on the Braves with the Giants, and we did Giants team total under, and we got a good plus money cash. Obviously, like that play from Spencer Strider's on the mound, big-time strikeout stuff, Giants struggling versus right-handers. Everybody remembers why we were on it that day. Not quite the same story. Now you're obviously going to get hitter familiarity, and what did he went? Like 7 innings and didn't give up a run, I don't think, in that game, or maybe only gave up 1 run. Giants offense has improved. I mean, of course they've improved, right? They were hitting below the Mendoza line back in that matchup. Now they're hitting 256. Now their OPS is 706 with the weighted runs created basically at league average at 98. Numbers have improved. They've now seen Strider 2 starts ago. They're going to get a little damage off of him. He's still got wipeout stuff from a strikeout, so he can wiggle out of jams. Then you look at this Braves offense, they're actually worse. They're only hitting 236 with a weighted runs created of 93. So you're talking about a Giants offense that is all of a sudden a touch better than the Atlanta Braves. I tell you what, though, the Braves get a massive, massive bullpen advantage. I mean, you're talking bottom 5 here for the Giants versus top 3 of the Atlanta Braves. I expect the Atlanta Braves to win this game. I think they're going to win this game, but I think this game's going to go over 7.5. Too much hitter familiarity. The bullpens obviously know each other. I think the Braves, with that dominant bullpen, though, sitting in the top 3, they had yesterday off. All the good arms are going to be available for the Atlanta Braves. I do like the Atlanta Braves to pull out the win, but I think this game's going to go over 7.5 runs. Give me over 7.5 between the Braves and the Giants. All right, shut up and pitch now. Like to do that here in the 3rd inning and like to give out some pitching props here and shut up and pitch. I'm going to look at Dane Dunning over 4.5 Ks. He's going to be taking on the Twins with the league worst K percentage at 30.8. It's only cashed in 5 of his 19 starts, I hear you. He's had 6 misses on the hook. The Twins are really good at striking out, so that's going to tip him over this hook mark, and he's going to give you a good cash. So go ahead and give me Dane Dunning over 4.5 Ks. And I like Lance Lynn of the Dodgers under 17.5 outs. He went against the Red Sox when he was a member of the White Sox and got a cash. Ended that game with 17 outs. So that would bring us a cash today at under 17.5 outs. Obviously, the Red Sox offense is hot. Saw what they did yesterday, scoring 17 runs, hitting .315, OPS of 902 with a weighted runs created of 143, and they're not striking out at 19.3%. We were on the over there in Red Sox Astros. It's a great offense. Give me Lance Lynn under 17.5 outs. All right, fourth inning, long shots. While I just said the Braves were going to go ahead and win the game, I do believe the Braves are going to win the game, but Giants couldn't be plus 130. Logan Webb is always better at home. They've got a touch of a better offense right now, and they're going to be better today against Spencer Strider. Plus 130, I'm expecting the Braves to for sure win the game. That bullpen advantage cannot be ignored with how good it is right now. But Giants, they can't be plus 130 today against the Braves, so that's just a little bit too big for my liking. And then another dog I like is going to be, pull it up here. Let me see. Where was the other dog I had? The Nationals. Sorry, the Nationals at plus 185. I still expect the Marlins to get the win. That Nationals bullpen is really stinking bad, but they just hit too good. They hit too good. We talked about it in that Yankees series. I mean, obviously, the Yankees, we really were on the Nationals in the over because the Yankees couldn't hit right-handers, and Yankees got lucky that they went against two left-handers and were able to contribute to an over. But the Nationals are too good. Too good versus right-handers. We know their strength is versus left-handers. They've already seen Braxton Garrett this season. I like the Nationals today, plus 184. Again, expecting the Marlins to win, but not plus 184. Too big of a dog right there. All right, fifth inning, keep swinging. Gave you guys some pitching props, so let's do some hitting props now. Let's do Brian Hayes of the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he's 6 for 15 up against Kyle Hendricks. He's got a double and 2 home runs. What about Ian Happ in that same game? He's 7 for 16 off Mitch Keller with a double and 2 home runs. I also, of the Atlanta Braves, like Eddie Rosario. He's 4 for 7 off Webb. And then what about Bryce Harper? He's 5 for 12 off Mike Colas. 2 of those 5 hits have been for a home run. So like that lefty on righty matchup there with Bryce Harper, I think he'll have himself a nice day. Sixth inning, I like to give you my favorite NRFI of the day. That's what I do here in It's a Steal. My favorite NRFI today is Padres Brewers. I'm actually going to bet this one, guys. I really like this NRFI of the day. You get Brandon Woodruff here for the Brewers, 5 starts. And we know he got hurt, but he's not coming back into the fold. He hasn't given up a run yet in the first inning. Hell, he's only given up 1 hit. He's only given up 1 walk, and he has 7 Ks. Obviously been electric in the first inning, and he's a really good pitcher. I really like Brandon Woodruff. Got great numbers, like everything about that. Yu Darvish has 23 starts. How about 4 earned run? That almost sounds like Jesus Luzardo. This is elite numbers this late in the season. 4 earned run in 23 starts, a whip of .91, and an opponent's batting average of 190. Really good stuff. And he has 23 Ks in the first inning. And then both of these teams are struggling versus right-handers. They rank 27th and 28th in the major leagues at hitting right-handers. One hits 197 and the other one hits 200 versus right-handers. Big time struggling. And if you want to look at some of the big name lineups against today's starters in Woodruff and Darvish, Tatis hits 222, Machado hits 182, Juan Soto hits 127, and Christian Yelich hits 182. Those are career batting average versus today's batting against today's starters. So offenses already struggle. The big names in the lineup, so you really have to worry about, have career really terrible numbers off the starters, and then the starters have been electric in the first inning. Give me Padres Brewers, NRFI of the day, minus 115. Seventh inning, I like to find you guys the best bet today. Are we 4-0 on best bets? Monday was Mariners run line. Tuesday was Rays run line. Yesterday was only 1 play, 1 cash. What was Wednesday's best bet? Oh, it was your Urquidy under 16.5 outs. Yeah, we're undefeated on best bets this week. All right, let's see if we can't go 5-0 on best bets this week. I'm doing an Orioles team total over 4.5. Sorry for laughing as I get that play out, but I mean, it's going up against the Rockies, so I literally think everybody knew that play was coming. Kyle Freeland's on the mound here for the Orioles. He's allowed 3+ runs in 14 of his 24 starts. His K per 9 is down to 5.8. That's a full strikeout worse than last season. He's just not missing any bats. In fact, he's not missing any bats to the tune of a 296 opponent's batting average and a 1.47 whip. Well, now we look at the Orioles. What did we like about the Rays team? Yes, they hit the starter well, but they also hit the other right-handedness extremely well, so we didn't care what came out of the Rockies bullpen. The exact same story here with the Baltimore Orioles team. They hit left-handers. They hit 302, slugged 516 with an 866 OPS with a weighted runs created of 135. That's what they're going to do today against Kyle Freeland. When the right-handed arms come out of the bullpen, great. I hit those to the tune of 292, and I have an OPS of 802 with a weighted runs created of 118. Literally the same story we like the Rays, the same reason why we like the Orioles. For sure like the Orioles to win the game. For sure like the Orioles to go ahead and hit the run line. I also like the over because the Orioles are throwing Cole Irvin, and the Rockies actually have a better batting average versus left-handers than the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles hit 292, the Rockies hit 296. This game is going way over 9 runs, but I'm just going to back the Orioles. Cannot ignore the worst ERA in the bullpen, the worst opponent's batting average, the second worst FIP, and the worst whip coming out of the bullpen. It's really bad. We've talked about it. Give me the Orioles today. Give me the Orioles big, and I also like over 9 in that game. See if we can go to 5-0 this week on best bets. All right, double play. I'd like to give you guys my favorite 2-team money line parlay. Mariners are going to win the game. Mariners are going to win the game. Just simply put, Mariners are going to win the game. And then also who's going to win the game is the Phillies. We haven't talked about that game yet. What about the Cardinals? We love talking about the Cardinals' struggles this season. League worst batting average versus left-handers, 157. Only slugging 271 with the weighted runs created of 54. I hear you. Christopher Sanchez isn't anything that's going to, wow you, but he's a major league pitcher and he's getting a very struggling team. So I'll take my chances right there. And the Phillies are much better versus right-handers. They hit 279, slug 563 with an OPS of 917 with the weighted runs created of 143. So even if Sanchez gets hit a little bit, Mike Cola should get absolutely rocked by this Phillies offense. Phillies also hit left-handers, and Phillies have a huge bullpen advantage. You're talking about a league average bullpen going up against a Cardinals bullpen that sits bottom 10 in every category. Give me a Phillies Mariners moneyline parlay plus 152. Let's throw all those bets up on the screen, and then let's talk about every single game here in rapid fire. We'll touch on every game from a money line, run line, and over-under perspective. Let's jump into DraftKings. We'll use a random sports book. We'll get some live lines, and let's talk about it, fellas. But that's how we're going to roll today. NRFI of the day, minus 115. I didn't really like all that juice in that Orioles team total, so I'm going to tack on 2 games to be scored in Chelsea-Luton. That's what Chelut is. Chelsea-Luton, that's a Premier League game. I think there will at least be 2 goals scored in that game. And then, of course, Royals-Mariners over-under of 7.5. Let's jump into it, boys. Let's do rapid fire. Let's see if we can't cook up a little parlay this weekend. Nationals-Marlins over-under of 8.5. Nationals plus 185. Marlins minus 225. Nationals are a good dog. Marlins probably win. Boy, I really like the over 8.5. Give me an over 8.5. Pretty easy call right there. Astros and Tigers over-under of 9. Astros minus 175. Tigers plus 145. I don't know if I want to go up against the Tigers' strength of hitting left-handers. There's a reason we're not on that play. They're struggling a little bit right now versus left-handers. I don't know. That was a tough game. That was a tough game. Astros with a big bullpen advantage. Astros should win. They hit right-handers good, too. Matt Manning's not anything special. I'll just Astros minus 175. Yankees and Rays over-under of 7.5. Yankees plus 110. Rays minus 130. Yankees league worst batting average versus right-handers. Garrett Cole is the only reason you're considering Yankees money line today because you get the bullpen advantage. So if Cole can keep it close late, okay, then maybe I'll do like the Yankees. But then it's like, okay, they hit 157 versus right-handers. Rays, meanwhile, hitting 309 versus right-handers. I got to get on the Rays at minus 130. Rays at minus 130. You seeing it with this Yankees offense? Terrible. Rays minus 130. Cardinals and Phillies over-under of 9.5. Cardinals plus 120. Phillies minus 142. I, of course, like the Phillies today. Cubs and Pirates over-under of 9. Cubs minus 120. Pirates even money. Just too much hitter familiarity in this matchup. Cubs should win the game, but everybody knows each other as being NL Central foes. We've already seen these pitchers go at today's starters throughout this season. It's an over 9. It's an over 9. Both bullpens are actually scuffling right now, too. Definitely an over 9. Rockies and Orioles over under of 9. Rockies plus 170. Orioles minus 205. I'm taking Orioles on the run line at even money, and I'm taking over 9. Give me an over 9. Guardians and Blue Jays over under of 8.5. Guardians plus 130. Blue Jays minus 155. I mean, with the way the Blue Jays are struggling offensively, Guardians plus 130 kind of gets me a little bit excited. But really what gets me excited is the under 8.5 because you have two bullpens in the top 10 right now. I'll take under 8.5 between Guardians and Blue Jays. Dodgers over under of 10.5. Dodgers minus 125. Red Sox plus 105. You get a Red Sox bullpen that's in the bottom 5. You get a Red Sox offense that's in the top 3 going up against right-handed pitching. I'm going over 10.5. Over 10.5. Dodgers probably pull it out. I mean, they've got the better bullpen numbers, and it's not even close. So I'll give the edge to the Dodgers, but of course I like the over 10.5 a little bit more. Angels and Mets over under of 8. Angels plus 140. Mets minus 166. It's over for the Angels. It's over for the Angels. Let's pour one out for that Angels owner who made a fucking dog shit decision on not trading Ohtani. That bit him in the ass. How not to run a franchise 101 right there. Yeah, give me the Mets. Kodai Senga's actually been really tough on teams. Definitely his first look. You could take the Angels. Angels are hitting 217. You could take the Angels F3 team total under 0.5 through the first 3 innings. I think Senga's going to really dominate the first time through this lineup. There's no worries of Ohtani anymore. Yeah. Give me that would be a sneaky little play within that game. But yeah, Mets for sure. Angels, I'm pretty sure their bullpen's still dog shit. Yeah, right. Rockies 30th, and they're the Angels 29th, and they're the Nationals 28th. That's why we like that over in the Nationals game. Yeah, easy. Yeah, give me the Mets, without a doubt. Athletics, White Sox, over under of 9. Said yesterday, don't worry about trying to predict the winner in this game. Just take the over. Both of these bullpens sit bottom 7 in Major League. The offenses aren't great. But if you can have, shitty pitching, hitters will be able to hit shitty pitching. So I like the over again, and I'm not interested in predicting a winner just like I wasn't yesterday. The over hit easy. I think the over hits easy again today. Rangers and Twins, over under of 8.5. Rangers minus 102. Twins minus 118. Tough series. It's been coin flippy. We talked about it yesterday. We liked the Rangers yesterday as our dog of the day. It did not cash, but we said at plus 105 for a coin flip. Of course, I'll take the plus money. Again, at minus 102, basically the dog price, I'll take it. It's a coin flip. These numbers are dead on. We talked about it yesterday. There's no advantages really in this matchup, in this series. I'll just take the Rangers at what is essentially plus money. Padres and Brewers over under of 8, minus 105 for the Padres. Brewers minus 115. Struggling offenses, good starting pitching. Both bullpens right now in the top 10. I like under 8. Give me under 8. Reds and Diamondbacks over under of 9. Reds plus 124. Diamondbacks minus 148. Kind of like yesterday, you want to be holding on to a Reds money line ticket if it's late. It did not work out yesterday. But I still want to be in that same scenario. So I want to wait and live bet this game. I didn't live bet it last night. Thankfully, I fell asleep. But I want to do the same thing. I want to do the same thing. I want to. No surprise yesterday that the Reds struggled. We talked about they're struggling versus right-handers yesterday, and they're going up against a tough one in Merrill Kelly. No surprise that they struggled, and then they gave themselves a chance late because how good that bullpen is. Yeah, it's the same thing. Just wait and live bet it if you can. Obviously, if you don't get the opportunity, you don't live bet it if you don't get the close game. Royals and Mariners over under of 8, plus 150 for the Royals. Mariners minus 180. Mariners on the run line for me and over 8. Braves and Giants over under of 7.5. Braves minus 148. Giants plus 124. For the sake of rapid fire, I'm going Giants on the money line at plus 124. Give me over 7.5. There it is, boys. There's your Friday slate. Let's do a little look ahead to Saturday's games because we don't hang out here on the payoff pitch on the weekends. That's our family and friends time. So let's just do a little bit of a look ahead here. I think the look aheads have actually, kind of been, well, I know they've been helpful. A couple of you guys have hit me up, but they've also paid off in terms of being able to capitalize on winning bets as well. So let's get a look ahead to Saturdays just from a starting pitching standpoint, just knowing the hitting for information. who could have a good or a bad day. Let's just get a look here. All right, here we go. Pulling it up. All right. Saturday's matchups. Guardians, Blue Jays. Yeah, probably not interested. Hold on. The Guardians still struggling versus left-handers? They didn't throw a left-hander today. Ooh, yeah, they're still struggling versus left-handers. Probably like the Blue Jays tomorrow. Better, not really better bullpen. I mean, two good bullpens. That's why I like the under today. But the Guardians struggling still versus left-handers. Yeah, I like the Blue Jays on Saturday. Atlanta Giants. We got undecided, so skip that. Royals Mariners. Jordan Lyles, Logan Gilbert. Both of those guys pitched in that series 10 days ago. So, of course, I like the over. And especially if you get kind of like a little bit of a bounce back performance today from the Royals. Talked about maybe them sliding a little bit. Still good numbers where you can have confidence in backing them. But boy, if they were able to hit Bryce Miller today, somebody who they didn't see 10 days ago, and then they get Logan Gilbert, that's going to be an easy over again tomorrow. And probably play it even if it doesn't hit today, because you'll probably get a 7.5 if the number doesn't hit today. So I like that over again tomorrow. Let's see, Dodgers and Red Sox, both of them are throwing a left-hander. We can see just off the bat who's better versus left-handers. Ooh, Red Sox struggling versus left-handers. Okay. And the Dodgers right there in terms of numbers you want to trust. Hey, I'll be on the Dodgers are a better play tomorrow. Get good hitting advantages through the first 5 innings. I like that. Yankees and Rays. Clark Schmidt up against Tyler Glasnow. Boy, with the Rays are crushing right-handers, and Clark Schmidt he's not that good. He's had some good outings, but who the hell hasn't this late in the season, right? You've gone 20-some games. The Rays have the number 1 batting average versus right-handers. How can you not like the Rays tomorrow? Of course, you want to avoid that Yankees bullpen late in the game. The Yankees bullpen that is top 10 in baseball. It's their strength. Probably just do a Rays F5 team total tomorrow against Clark Schmidt. Probably be a good angle tomorrow. Nationals and Marlins. Yuri Perez is on the mound. He's tough. Probably like the Marlins tomorrow. Astros, Tigers. Astros going up against a left-hander. I'm pretty sure they're really good versus left-handers. Yeah, I got the second best batting average versus left-handers. Hell, a weighted runs created of 179. Oh, man, they could rock Eduardo Rodriguez here. Hold on. I'm just wondering if Rodriguez saw the Astros this season. Yes, and he saw the Astros back in April, and they crushed him. Yeah, I'll like the Astros tomorrow. They're rolling versus left-handers. Hitting 342. Hell, their OPS is 1034. Slugging 649. Oh, yeah. I'll be on the Astros tomorrow, at least early, against the left-hander. Rockies and Orioles. For sure he'll be on the Orioles again. Are you kidding me? Angels and Mets. Nah, I don't give a shit. Athletics and White Sox. Tiki Tucson up against JP Sears. Probably on the over again. Padres, Brewers. Yeah, I don't know. Cardinals, Phillies. Probably be on the Phillies. Dakota Hudson against Zach Wheeler. And then we get an undecided in Rangers, Twins. We get an undecided in Cubs, Pirates. And then Reds, Diamondbacks. I tell you, the Reds are really struggling versus right-handers. I know Zach Davies isn't all that great. Man, that's a tough one. Zach Davies I would not have confidence fading the Reds against Zach Davies. I'd have confidence fading the Reds against Merrill Kelly, but not Zach Davies. Interesting. All right, that's Saturday's slate. Just kind of looking at things off the top of my head. See what we got. What happened to the squirrel? You were gone for a couple weeks. He is still within the sports betting space. He is no longer creating content. He is no longer giving out picks. He has moved on to something else. You can hit him up if you want to know what he's doing. But just because it's his thing, I said I wasn't going to get too personal on the show. But, yeah, he's still within the sports betting space. HockeySquirrel.com is shut down. Like I said, he's not giving out picks. There's no content anymore coming out from him. He's kind of doing something different. If you want to know, hit him up. I'm sure he'll tell you. I talked to him I think I talked to him Friday of last week. So, yeah. For the Orioles game, it only lets you bet 4.5 runs. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm showing there on the top left-hand side. I'm on 4.5 runs. You can parlay Chelsea-Luton over 1.5 goals if you want to get a plus money, or if you just want to roll with over 4.5 runs. Orioles, it's about minus 140. That's fine too. And 6.5 in the Mariners game. You must be talking about TikTok. You must be talking about TikTok. I mean, you've heard me speak highly confident of the Orioles' ability. You know it's a real play on my card if you want to do something a little different than what I'm doing on TikTok. But I like over 6.5, obviously. I mean, I've got 7.5, and obviously I like tomorrow. But you probably must be talking about TikTok. Opinions on the Red Sox over. We, of course, like the Red Sox over. Mariners over. Like it. Braves under. I would take the over. Cubs over and Brewers under. I like all those except for the Braves under. But everything else I agree with. I agree with everything but Braves under. All right, fellas, that's how we'll do it. Thank you guys for the questions. Thank you guys for bringing the energy this week here in the comment section on Payoff Pitch. We'll come back Monday live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, previewing whatever the hell that slate in the MLB looks like. In the meantime, fellas, enjoy the last couple weeks here of summer. Enjoy your weekend. Let's cash these bets together, and we'll catch you back here Monday. Have a good one.